I was supposed to make this video 2 months ago. It is currently August 31st. And we are finally making this video. My freshman year, my freshman year has been an experience, and honestly, it's different for everyone. So I'm just gonna go through the basics on what you should basically expect your freshman year, because this is a big transition from 8th grade to 9th grade, and then so on and so forth. It is a lot different than middle school, so you definitely want to know the different things, what you're getting into before you get into it. So when I transitioned to freshman year, it was a big change. I moved to a whole different school that was out of the district that I used to be in. So the kids that I knew growing up from kindergarten to 8th grade, I only went to that school, and there was two other kids from the previous grades that I knew. But you're not gonna know anyone. It's gonna be a whole different environment, and the hallways are a lot more crowded. I'm going to be very honest with you. The hallways, they're crowded. They're very crowded. You have to know how to navigate through your hallways. So in my school, we have wings. So there's different sections, and honestly, just know the best shortcuts to go everywhere, or else you're gonna be stuck. You are gonna be very much stuck. And just know where you're going. If you need guidance, definitely ask for help. I'm pretty sure people wouldn't mind helping you, especially since you're a freshman and you're new. But know your memorize your schedule, know where you have to go. If you need to keep certain things in your locker, keep it in your locker, and if not, you could transition through different classes. But when you do your transition and all, just make sure you know everything, where everything is. It's gonna be a lot. Just know your teachers, know your classmates, make new friends. But I'm gonna get into my high school experience now, so you get a little bit of the gist of it. So my freshman year has been pretty interesting, to say the least. At the beginning, you think well, as you get into the year, you'll gain friends, you'll lose friends, you'll find out who you really are, you'll find out who your people are, and it's a whole big experience, because you're moving from one school to another school. So at the start for me, I had a few friends because I went to a summer camp, and I had somewhat of an idea on how to get around the school, since the camp was held at the school. So they gave us a map on how to get everywhere, and it was not the best map, but it did show you where certain classrooms were. So if I didn't have that map, I think I would have been lost, very lost. So my schedule was pretty easy. I had gym first period. I missed my whole finger. I had gym first period, then I had Spanish, then I had biology, then I had culinary for 2 periods, or I had culinary and freshman orientation, or I had English and math proficiency. It really depended on which day it was, because it would be a switching thing for us. Then 6th period, I had algebra. 7th period was my lunch, and then 8th period was English, and 9th period was history. So I had to adjust to this whole thing, especially since I would be going from A wing to D wing to all the way back to A wing, and then I would be going downstairs. It was chaos, but I did manage to get the gist of it. pretty quickly actually. It took like, I would say like a week to get used to it. So it'll basically just make sure like you memorize everything and like your teachers and all that, because it'll really help you for like the long run when you actually like start having to do work for like certain classes, when like attendance is like really important. So that's just that. I went through a few friend groups and I lost a few friends along the way. I had like this friend group of like 10 people. Like I'm still friends with them, but I'm not like with the group anymore. But it was an experience, and if I could relive it, I would, because like they were like an amazing group of people, and they still are. Like I love them with my whole heart, and I made like a whole bunch of friends at my high school, and they're all really nice people. Like just make sure like when you make a friend and you notice some red flags about them and they start becoming toxic, drop them. Don't like turn a blind eye like this. Put on those glasses and drop them, because those people are not good people to have in your life. So, oh my god. But just make sure like, you know, like your friends who you could trust, because high school's a scary place, very scary. And just make sure you know who you're locked in with, so you can have like a good year. I mean, you are gonna lose friendships along the way, but you can always make another friend that's better than them, period. Make sure you're on top of your grades, because it's high school. Like as a freshman, you don't want to be too on top, but like pay attention, because like I know there's certain classes that you take your freshman year, they're gonna like give you some knowledge for like the next year. Like algebra, for example, you're using some of those in geometry, if that's like your next course, because like that's my next course. So like you're gonna be using certain skills for certain classes. Like in biology, we learned about the periodic table, because next year we're taking chemistry and we're gonna have to know all of those. But I'm gonna give you a rundown of how I felt every class was, what you should know for those classes. PE, it's physical education. In my school, we have like different things that you could do, like judo, yoga. We have I know we have volleyball, basketball, and then we have gym, like CrossFit, stuff like that. I did gym. I tried yoga, I didn't like it, but I took gym in high school. And just make sure that you're using the machines right. Make sure that you know, like, don't try the heaviest weight on your first go. Do a little bit at a time, because you will definitely, you know, get to where you want to be. And if you want to like know like what you want to like work on, like if you want to get like bigger like muscles, if you want to lose some stomach fat, ask your teacher, because they know what they're doing. They're there for a reason. Ask your teacher. Spanish was my next class. If you're like, I was in Spanish 1, okay? Even though I took Spanish for like 12 plus years, I still don't understand anything. But pay attention in Spanish, because you're most likely stuck with the language that you choose. If you have languages in your school, you're stuck with it for like the next 4 years unless you change it. Then that's that. But I know for us, like, we're stuck with it until like 4 years unless you change it. So just make sure that you pay attention. Like, definitely pay attention to like your language that you're choosing to do, and it'll be quick. Just pick it up, because like you never know how strict your teacher is, or like try to learn it. Like if you need help, just like repeat it over, write it down, try to pronunciate it. That's really it. Biology, I wasn't a big fan of biology. I didn't really pay attention. but make sure you take notes, because like that class is hard. I had to dissect the frog in that class and it was not fun. But make sure you take notes, like pay attention, like make sure that you know what you're doing. If you need help, definitely ask the teacher, because that is one of the hardest classes that I had to take my freshman year. So yeah, I go to a school with majors, so I took culinary. I'm still taking culinary because that's what I want to pursue. Well, now I want to be a teacher, so yeah. But make sure that you listen to the, like, if you have like culinary or like any other major, pay attention to the major. Listen to that teacher, because like if you don't listen, you ain't getting nowhere. You're going to be left back for that class, and that is no bueno. Algebra, just pay attention. Definitely ask the teacher if you need help, because it's not that hard. Because I took pre-algebra my 8th grade year, so it was kind of like that, but it was like the actual class. It wasn't too hard. Some of the stuff is easy, some of the stuff is hard. If you need help, definitely ask in that class, because I asked for help 500,000 times and I got what I needed, and I made sure that I passed that class and I was set for life. I'll be so for real, I failed English once, one marking period, but all the others were good grades. They were B's. But English, it depends really where you are, but pay attention. Again, like, pay attention. If you have to read a book for that class, read it. If you have to do an assignment for that class, make sure you get it in on time, because English teachers do not play. I know English teachers don't play, like, at all. Like, as much as I love English, those teachers don't play. Like, put your best work forward, because they want to see you succeed. And make sure that you listen to that teacher. I love English teachers though. I miss my old English teacher, man. 9th period was history for me. I loved my history teacher, and her class was so easy. But for me, history was easy. For you guys, it might not be. Like, you might have to do stuff from the book. My teacher just made us do projects, and she just made it like a whole bunch fun. Like, we had a whole tree in our classroom when it was Christmas. That was like a really cool class. Like, I love that class so much. But make sure you pay attention. If you need help, ask the teacher or ask your classmates. I forgot about that. Ask your classmates if you need help. They might know what they're doing, or not. They might be as close as you. There's your friend. I don't know. But that was like my experience through my classes. And honestly, the advice I could give to you, freshman as a sophomore, is pay attention, know where you are going, you know, be on top of your work, be on top of your grades. Grades are important, but also friends are important. Build up those relationships, especially since you're going to be stuck in that school for 4 years. You don't know what's going to go on. Like, make some friends, you know, have fun, attend your dances. I attended my homecoming. I didn't attend my spring fling, but I attended my homecoming. Like, have fun with it. Attend your field trips. Attend, like, I don't know, plays, dances. Make the most of it. It's your freshman year, and you only get to do it once. Also, join clubs. It will look good probably within college. Depends on what club you join. I was in GSA, art club. I was in culinary club. And then I think that was actually it. And I was in like this club where you can like get field trips for free if you like join. But I didn't like participate. I'm gonna participate this year though, cause free field trips is a free field trip. Like, be so for real. But I hope that this video helped you, and I hope that all of you have a good first day. And if you're already a freshman, Like, if you already started your freshman year, feel free to click on the video. Like, feel free to, like, take any of the advice I already gave you. Because, like, this, I already did it. And I passed. I'm a sophomore now, so I don't care. But that's that. And just make the most of it. Have fun. You know, do your best. But thank you for watching this video. Love y'all always. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I should do for my next video, because I am clueless over here. Just like the movie. I'm joking. But I'm clueless. Please leave me some suggestions, please. Thank you. Okay, love you all.